Did you know that your car could last past 200,000 miles without a single major breakdown? The secret is a few simple tricks that aren't in the manual, and some mechanics would rather you didn't know. Here are 20 car maintenance secrets that can stretch your car's life, save you hundreds, and stop small problems before they snowball. And trust me, number 4 is something most drivers skip until it's too late. Number 20. Don't ignore wheel alignment. A slight steering pull or crooked wheel might seem minor, but poor alignment slowly chews through tires and strains suspension components. Misaligned wheels cause uneven tread wear, making the tires noisy and less effective in wet conditions. It also reduces straight line stability, especially during sudden maneuvers. An alignment check typically costs under $100 and can save hundreds by extending tire life and avoiding suspension repairs. Alignment should be checked annually or sooner if a pothole or curb strike occurs. Freshly aligned wheels restore handling precision, reduce rolling resistance for better fuel economy, and ensure braking force is evenly applied. Skipping this maintenance can reduce a new tire's lifespan by half. Proper alignment doesn't just save money, it keeps the vehicle safer and more predictable in every driving condition. Number 19. Stop topping off the tank. Adding fuel after the pump clicks can push liquid into the charcoal canister, part of the vehicle's evaporative emission system. The canister is designed to store vapors, not liquid fuel. Once saturated, it can cause rough idling, hard starts, and trigger check engine lights. Replacing it can cost $300 or more, and in some cases requires dropping the fuel tank. Topping off also risks fuel overflow, which can damage paint and harm the environment. The safest habit is to stop fueling immediately after the first click, even if the tank isn't completely full to the brim. This protects emissions components, keeps fuel expansion in check, and prevents costly repairs. It also reduces the risk of fuel spillage on hot pavement, which can create both fire hazards and strong odors around the car. Number 18. Cut open your old oil filter. When most people change their oil, the old filter goes straight into the trash. Big mistake. That little metal can is your engine's secret report card, and it can tell you things no dashboard light ever will. After an oil change, grab a filter cutter or a cheap hacksaw and split it open. Inside, spread out depleted material and inspect it like a detective dusting for fingerprints. Tiny silver specks? That's metal, often a warning of bearing wear or internal damage. Thick tar-like sludge? Your oil change intervals are too long, or heat is cooking the oil into paste. Even a filter that's collapsed or oddly dented can point to dangerous oil pressure problems. This 5-minute ritual has saved mechanics from catastrophic failures countless times. Skip it and you're throwing away a free early warning system that could save you thousands and keep your engine alive for years longer. And if you think that's clever, the next one can warn you about engine trouble months before any dashboard light. Number 17. Torque lug nuts properly. Too many shops grab an impact gun and tighten your lug nuts until they squeal. Sure, it feels secure, but it's doing more harm than good. Over-tightened lugs can warp brake rotors, strip the threads on the studs, and make roadside tire changes nearly impossible without heavy tools. Many drivers have been stranded because their emergency wrench couldn't budge a single nut. And here's how to do it right. Check your manual for the exact torque spec. For most cars, it's around 80 to 100 feet per pound. Hand tighten first, then use a torque wrench to snug them in a crisscross pattern so the wheel sits evenly. If a shop just worked on your car, double check them when you get home. Correct torque means your wheels are secure without destroying the parts that keep them there. Number 16. Change the PCV valve. The positive crankcase ventilation valve is one of those tiny parts with a huge impact on your engine's health. It vents gases from inside the engine, preventing sludge buildup and pressure that can blow seals. When it gets clogged, and it will over time, you start seeing oil leaks, dirty oil sooner than expected, and even gasket damage. The fix is cheap and easy. Most PVC valves cost under $15 and take 5 minutes to replace. Check it every 30,000 miles. Shake it, and if you don't hear it rattle, it's time for a new one. There are engines with over 200,000 miles that stayed clean inside just because this little valve was swapped regularly. Ignore it, and you could be facing a repair bill in the thousands. Number 15. Protect electrical connections. Water and electricity are a bad mix, but you'd be surprised how often they meet inside a car. Rainwater, road spray, or even humidity can sneak into electrical plugs and cause maddening issues. Flickering headlights, random warning lights, and an engine that refuses to start when it's damp outside. The solution? Dielectric grease. Anytime you unplug a connector, spark plug boots, sensors, trailer wiring, put a thin layer of grease on the pins or inside the boot. It creates a barrier against moisture and corrosion while keeping the connection strong. A mechanic fix at a customer's mystery misfire by cleaning and greasing a single coil pack connector. A $7 tube of grease can save you hours of troubleshooting and hundreds in repairs down the road. Skip this, and the next rainstorm could turn your perfectly running car into a driveway ornament until you hunt down a shorted connector. Number 14. Avoid deep water. It's tempting to plow through a big puddle to save time, but just a few inches can total your engine in the time it takes to hit the gas. When water gets sucked into the intake, it heads straight for the cylinders. And since water doesn't compress, something has to give. That something is usually a connecting rod, piston, or even the engine block. The result is hydrolock, and fixing it often costs more than the car is worth. Even SUVs and trucks aren't immune. If the intake sits low, water will find it. If you can't see the road surface, don't risk it. Take the long way around or wait for it to drain. 10 minutes of patience can save you months of downtime and thousands in repair bills. Number 13. Switch to high mileage oil. If your car has 75,000 miles on the odometer, it's time to think about using high mileage motor oil. Over time, seals harden and shrink, tolerances widen, and standard oil starts slipping through, leading to leaks and increased consumption. High mileage is designed with seal conditioners that help reduce leaks and detergents that fight sludge buildup. Brands like Valvoline Max Life, Castrol GTX High Mileage, and Mobil 1 High Mileage have a strong track record. People have used these oils in older cars and noticed smoother idling and less oil burning. It will not repair major mechanical issues, but it can slow down wear and give you more reliable miles from your engine before any serious repairs are needed. We're only halfway through the list, and this next one isn't just about saving money. It's about stopping a hidden brake failure before it happens. On to number 6. Number 12. Service the brake fluid correctly. Brake fluids, they do not just disappear unless there's a leak. If you find the level is low, it might be because your brake pads are wearing down. Simply topping it up can hide the real problem. Worn pads allow the caliper pistons to extend further, lowering the fuel level in the reservoir. If you replace the pads without removing the excess fluid, it can overflow and damage paintwork. Brake fluid also absorbs moisture over time, which lowers its boiling point and can cause brake fade. The safe approach is to check pad thickness first, then replace or flush the brake fluid every 2 to 3 years. This ensures both your braking power and your car's safety systems remain at their best. Number 11. Choose quality batteries. Not all car batteries are built the same. Cheaper ones have weaker cells and lower reserve capacity, which means they can fail sooner. Quality batteries from brands like Interstate, AC Delco, Odyssey, and Duralast Platinum are designed to handle extreme temperatures and deliver reliable starting power for years. Check the cold cranking amps, CCA rating, and choose one that meets or exceeds your manufacturer's recommendation. Spending a little more upfront can prevent the frustration of a dead battery at night or in bad weather. Also, keep the terminals clean and free of corrosion. A good battery is only as strong as the connections that deliver its power to the rest of your car. Number 10. Flush your coolant on schedule. Coolant isn't just there to stop your engine from overheating in summer or freezing in winter. It's also protecting the inside of your engine from rust and corrosion. The problem is, over time it breaks down and turns acidic, When that happens, it slowly eats away at your radiator, water pump, and even the engine block. Old coolant can also turn into sludge, clogging the system until your temperature gauge shoots up and you're stuck on the side of the road. The fix is simple. Flush it out and refill it every 2 to 5 years, depending on your car and type of coolant. It's a cheap afternoon job, but if you skip it, you could be looking at a $1,200 radiator replacement or a $3,000 head gasket repair. Shops make a fortune on drivers who never do this. Don't be one of them. If these tips are helping already, wait until you hear the last few. They can prevent breakdowns that even experienced drivers don't see coming. And if you're getting value so far, hit the like button so more drivers can save their cars from costly repairs. Now, on to number 9. Number 9, clean your radiator fins. Your radiator keeps your engine cool by letting airflow through those thin little metal fins at the front of the car. But over time, they get packed with bugs, dirt, and road grime. When that airflow gets blocked, your engine has to work harder to stay cool. And on hot days, when you're towing, that can mean creeping toward the red zone on your temp gauge. Cleaning them is quick and easy. Pop the hood, find the radiator, and use a garden hose to rinse it from the backside outwards. Don't blast it with a pressure washer. Those fins bend like foil. If a few are already bent, you can straighten them out gently with a fine comb. Do it once or twice a year, and your cooling system will stay happy. Ignore it, and you're asking for overheating and expensive repairs down the line. Number 8, fuel injector cleaner in sequence. Fuel injector cleaners are most effective when used for several tanks in a row. A single bottle will not clear years of carbon buildup. Run a quality cleaner such as Techron or Seafoam before filling the tank. Then drive until it's nearly empty, repeating for 2 more fill-ups. This process gives the detergent more time to dissolve deposits on the injector tips, restoring spray patterns and improving combustion. By the 3rd tank, you may notice smoother idling, better throttle response, and improved fuel economy. For high-mileage vehicles or those running cheaper fuel, doing this once or twice a year can help keep the fuel system in top condition. Number 7, pick a quality oil filter. Your oil filter is the first line of defense against contaminants in your engine. Cheap filters can collapse internally or allow unfiltered oil to bypass the media, circulating dirt through the system. Trusted brands like Mobil 1, Wix, Bosch Premium, and Fram Ultra Synthetic use stronger housings, better anti-drainback valves, and higher quality filter media. They hold up during longer oil change intervals and trap finer particles. Spending a few extra dollars on quality filters is far cheaper than the cost of engine repairs from contaminated oil. Always match the filter to your vehicle specifications and change it with every oil service to ensure maximum protection. Number 6, clean door seals before they crack. People remember to wash the outside of their car, but almost nobody wipes down the rubber seals around the doors. Over time, dirt and grit act like sandpaper, wearing them out until they split. Once that happens, water sneaks in, and you've just invited rust, mold, and frozen doors into winter. Every few months, grab a damp microfiber cloth and run it along the seals. Then rub in a light coat of silicone-based protectant. It keeps them soft and watertight for years. There are cars from the early 2000s with factory seals that still look brand new because the owners took 10 minutes to do this twice a year. Skip it, and you'll be paying a body shop way more than the cost of a $6 bottle of silicone spray. Number 5, avoid pressure washing your engine bay. It looks harmless, just blasting away some dust and grease, but high-pressure water under the hood can sneak into sensors, coil packs, and wiring connectors that were never meant to get soaked. The damage isn't instant. Moisture can sit inside a connector, corroding contacts until one day your car starts misfiring, throwing random warning lights, or refusing to start at all. Electrical issues like this are a nightmare to trace and can cost hundreds in diagnostics before the repair even begins. If you want a clean bay, use a low-pressure mist. Keep sensitive parts covered, or go old school with a rag and degreaser. Work in small sections and dry as you go. A shiny engine isn't worth gambling with the electronics that keep it running. Number 4, Wash the undercarriage regularly. While most owners focus on washing paint to preserve shine, the undercarriage takes the harshest beating. Road salt, mud, and grime accumulate on the frame, suspension, brake lines, and exhaust, trapping moisture against metal and accelerating corrosion. Over time, rust can weaken the structure, seize bolts, and even cause brake line failure. In winter or off-road driving, an underbody wash is one of the best defenses. Many automatic car washes offer this option, or a garden hose with a sprinkler nozzle can be used at home. Flushing the underside every few weeks in harsh conditions prevents buildup and keeps protective coatings intact. Vehicles maintained this way can have frames and suspension components looking nearly new even after a decade, while neglected ones may face thousands in repairs due to advanced rust damage. Number 3. Watch belt condition closely. Modern serpentine belts drive multiple accessories, alternator, water pump, power steering, and more, from a single loop. When one fails, all those systems stop instantly. Belts can last 60,000 to 100,000 miles, but heat and wear eventually causes cracks, fraying, or glazing. A worn belt can slip, squeal, or snap without warning, leaving the vehicle stranded. Checking it during every oil change takes seconds. Look for visible damage or a tiny surface that signals wear. Replacing a belt before failure costs less than $50 for parts and under an hour of labor, even less for those doing it at home. Waiting until it breaks can lead to overheating, loss of power steering, or a dead battery, often all at once. Preventative replacement is far cheaper than towing and repairing multiple systems damaged by a sudden failure. Number 2. Keep the cabin air filter clean. A clogged cabin air filter makes you think it's just weak airflow, right? But we don't realize that it forces the blower motor to work harder, which can cause premature failure. Over time, dust, pollen, and leaves block ventilation and may allow moisture to linger, encouraging mold growth inside the ducts. A fresh filter keeps the HVAC system efficient, improves defrosting performance, and reduces strain on electrical components. Most filters are accessible behind the glove box or near the windshield under the hood, and replacing one takes just minutes. They typically cost between $15 and $30, making it one of the cheapest maintenance items. Neglecting this can result in a burnt-out blower motor, often costing $200 or more to replace. Replacing the filter every 12,000 to 15,000 miles ensures clean, steady airflow and a healthier interior environment, especially for passengers with allergies or sensitivities. And number 1, rotate your tires on time. Even tire wear isn't just about traction. It can slowly damage the suspension and steering. Front tires wear faster because they handle both power delivery and turning, while rear tires wear more evenly. Rotating them every 5,000 to 7,000 miles evens out the load, extending tire life and improving handling. Many shops include the service free with a tire purchase, and it takes under an hour. Skipping rotations can lead to replacing 2 tires far earlier than necessary, creating mismatched grip between the front and rear. That mismatch can cause unpredictable handling, especially in wet conditions. A simple rotation schedule can easily add 10,000 miles or more to a set of tires and save hundreds over the vehicle's life. It also keeps road noise down, as uneven tread patterns often produce vibrations and hums at highway speed. Most drivers will never hear these tips from their mechanic, but now you know them and you're ahead of 90% of the people on the road. Which one will you try first? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more real-world tips to keep your car running like new, hit subscribe, because this channel is your unfair advantage against breakdowns. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.